Hey, what's up? It's Tati. Let's talk about ROH. We do have a much shorter episode today, so it's just an hour and a couple of minutes. With everything going on with All In, I wasn't expecting to have a full-on show like we got last week, where it was freaking 13 matches and way too long. We do have Dark Order versus Dalton Castle and the boys. They start off with a great opener. Now, at first, the crowd is cheering for Dark Order. I guess they don't really realize that they're a heel, and the issue is with them doing ROH with a live crowd is that majority of that live crowd do not have ROH subscriptions and probably don't know what the hell is going on. So throughout that match, we do get to see the Dark Order being more and more heelish throughout the match. So then the audience do shift their gears towards cheering for Dalton Castle and the boys, which are also fan favorites as well. However, Dark Order ends up taking the win. I'm not surprised about this. I like the approach that they're going with them becoming more darker and darker. However, I don't really see the payoff here with them being more heel. I would like to see them also on AEW TV as well to help them grow as characters, because I don't think they're getting enough shine in ROH, but it still was a great opener. Now, next we do have Lexi, Athena, and Billy Starks. They are getting ready for their match with the Renegades later on tonight, and Athena has made some t-shirts for the girls to wear. So Lexi has Athena Best t-shirt, and Billy Starks has Athena Minion shirt on. And I'm telling you guys, the match that they end up having later on that night was very, very good. So last week we do have Kiara Hogan, who had challenged Lady Frost to a match, and the match was really great. Now, Kiara, she dominates pretty much the whole match, which actually surprises me. She started off really, really strong, but then Lady Frost did get maybe a minute or two of taking control of the match before Kiara absolutely dominates her and takes the win. I was really surprised to see this. Now, Lady Frost, I feel like she's someone who can be at the top of the ROH women's division, but it seems like it's a very long road for her. But either way, Kiara looks really, really great in this match. I think after her feud with Athena, they're probably taking her a little bit more seriously. So she did have a really great match with Lady Frost, but I really want to see much more from her. She did a great job here. Lady Frost did too. Now, I do hope that we get to see more women in the women's division in ROH, because it seems like there's not much, and here and there they're bringing other women from other promotions to help out with these matches. But ROH women's division is kind of going on the right track, and I really like what I'm seeing with them. Kiara did a really great job tonight. So up next, we have Matt Sandell versus Serpentico, and probably Serpentico's longest match he's ever had in AEW. Now, surprisingly, I thought this was going to be over in like 2 minutes tops, but they really have a great match. And after seeing that, it makes me feel like, why is Serpentico always coming out, literally losing every single match that he has when he's super, super talented? Now, I know there are guys like that where they're the carpenters of pro wrestling, where they're there to help make other guys look great. But Matt Sandell don't need anybody to make him look great. He's always shown that for years. So someone like Serpentico, it wouldn't have been a bad thing for him to take the win. I just don't understand why he has to lose every single time. But this time tonight, I feel like he really proved himself as a wrestler, and that he is someone that can be a threat for others. But AEW definitely don't book him that way. Either way, they have a really great match, and I would love to see Serpentico take some wins. He's really, really talented. Now, we do have Stokely Hathaway, who has an interview with Alexi, and he's talking about how he and Samoa Joe were victorious with their match last week with the boys. I mean, if you call that a victory, Stokely, then more power to you. Now, they do end up winning that match. No thanks to Stokely Hathaway, but he's upset because people are saying that nobody respects him in ROH, and he's supposed to be an authoritative figure, and he's like, he should be striking fear onto everyone, but no one is taking him seriously. And Lexi actually agrees, and she's like, yeah, you know what, nobody respects you, like not even I respect you. And she ends up walking away, and Stokely was mad because he wanted to take her out to go eat at Fridays, because Tony Khan had left his card and he wants to get a chance to use his card before he comes back and take it. He's an absolute trip. He actually makes the show a lot more fun. Sometimes the show feels kind of flat in terms of everything outside the matches. So when we have those storylines going on with Stokely Hathaway, he makes the show much more enjoyable. Next, we have Layla Hirsch and Layla Gray. We haven't seen Layla in quite some time. The last time we saw her, she was heel and she was coming out every week with Mark Sterling. And it's been like maybe more than a month since we've seen her last. So now she's coming out like a baby face. She doesn't have Mark Sterling with her. Now this match, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of skippable and it's feeling really predictable when it comes to Layla Hirsch. Doesn't really feel like I'm seeing something different with her in the ring. Now she is being scouted by Maria, and Maria does come out throughout this match and she's watching what Layla Hirsch is doing. Layla takes the win. Layla Hirsch takes the win. I forgot both their names are Layla. Layla Hirsch takes the win, and honestly, this is her 9th straight win. Congrats to her, but I'm bored, and I feel like I'm seeing the same match with her every single week. Now, next, we do have the Mogul Embassy. They're 6-man tag champions, and they're bored too. They want to find people who are going to give them a good fight in the ring. But instead, they have Action Andretti, Darius Martin, and this time Lee Johnson. They had challenged them for the 6-man tag champs titles. And guess what? Prince Nana, he's like, you know what? Bring it on. We beat y'all before. We're going to beat y'all again. You guys obviously don't have any issues with getting your ass whooped in front of millions of people. And to be honest, it feels like we don't really have a trio scene in ROH. It just seems like we're just putting people together. I don't know, because I'm kind of feeling that about AEW trio scene as well. It seemed like before the trios titles was created that there was a lot of trios, and now it feels like there isn't really any. And then in ROH, it feels like there isn't any at all. So I'm hoping we see more trios, because really at this point it feels like they just throw people together just so the 6-man tag champions have opponents, and really I don't like that. Next, we have Blake Christian versus Brandon Cutler. Now, it's been like maybe 2 months or so, maybe 3 months since I've seen Brandon in the ring. He's really talented, you guys. I know he walks around as a stooge for the elite or whatever, but he can really go in the ring. Now, this isn't the best match that I've seen him do in AEW or ROH, but it was pretty good. Now, if you've never seen Brandon Cutler wrestle, you can definitely check out this match, and you can see that, he does have talent. But Blake Christian, he is a beast in the ring, and in this match, you really can't tell that. But they do still have great chemistry, and they do give us a little something. So I'm not mad at it. Blake Christian does take the win with a springboard 450. And you know what? I would like to see Brandon in the ring more often. We did have Cole Cabana, who was by his side. He's been filming for the Elite show. So Brandon's usually the one who's filming. But since Brandon's in the ring, Cole Cabana's walking around with the camera. Either way, it's a great match. If you've never seen Brandon in the ring, go check it out. Up next, one of my favorite matches of the night, the Renegades versus Athena and Billy Starks. This was a really fun match. Now, at first, I didn't really have high hopes about it. I just thought that maybe it would be quick and nothing special. But this was actually really, really fun. Now, the Renegades, they normally don't impress me. They usually just come every so often and have a match in ROH. But this time, I felt like this particular match made all 4 girls look great, especially with the Renegades being sisters and having experience tag teaming with each other. They end up looking really, really good in this match. and I normally don't look at it that way. Now, we do have Athena and Billie Starkz. They don't have experience tagging with each other. However, Athena, she's there and she's like, look, she's going to take control. Whatever she says, that Billie should do it. But Billie, she has ideas of her own that Athena don't really care for. Like when the Renegades were outside the ring, here's Billie saying, you know what? Let's do a double tope onto the Renegades. And then Athena agrees and they both go to do that dive. But then Athena holds back and let Billie does a tope by herself. And then Renegades end up catching her. And Athena just laughs. She doesn't give a damn. Now, she also takes Billie and she's using her physically against the Renegades. Like she's doing, she takes Billie and she does power bombs onto the Renegades with Billie's body. It's like, she's your partner. Why are you physically hurting her just to hurt your opponents? It was really, really fun. Now, we do have some miscommunication at the end. The crowd keep calling for Billie to get in the ring, and Athena does have plenty of opportunities to tag her in, but she does not want her in the match. She just wants to take the win for the team. So then out of the blue, when Athena gets to the corner, then Billie, she makes a blind tag, and Athena's not really paying attention. She's just so into the match. She doesn't realize that Billie had already tagged her. So after she hits a move to go for the finish, she's not the legal person. So then Billie, she goes and take the pin and takes the win for her team. And Athena is mad as hell. She wanted to be the one to take the pin. This is considered her 37th straight win with ROH. And she wanted to take that pin because she's been working on her own this whole time, winning every single week, and Billie pretty much took that moment away from her. She got so upset. She didn't want to attack Billie, so she attacked the Renegades. And before it can get worse, Billie ends up helping the Renegades by, you know, letting them get away and holding Athena back. And I don't know what it is, but it just seems like they kind of reminds me of the MJF and Adam Cole thing, where they're kind of friends, but maybe not really. I do think that they're probably going to end up being kind of cool with each other, and then at some point end up having a match for the ROH Women's title. Either way, check this out. I think it was really, really fun. It was one of the most fun women's matches I've seen in quite some time. So kudos to all four girls. I really enjoyed this. So throughout the show, they're promoting All In pay-per-view. And to be honest, I wish we had more representation of ROH at the pay-per-view. Yeah, we got Samoa Joe, but that TV title's not on the line. We have Claudio, but he's doing his BCC thing, so the ROH World title's not on the line. Oh, well, the ROH tag titles, they are on the line at All In, but I just wish it was a lot more, because even though I don't always say the best things about ROH, they do have really great matches. Some of my favorite matches so far this year has been either on the show or at the pay-per-view. So I wish that they would have been able to incorporate more of ROH, since they are still part of AEW. And that could have also helped them in a marketing sense so they can get these subscription numbers up. So it is what it is. Now, we do have Ryan Nemeth, who comes to the ring, and he wants to have a match, and he wants to go against a champion. And who comes out? Claudio Castagnoli. The thing was over in like 2 minutes. And to be honest, I did not really care. Even though Claudio's cute to look at, but it's like, I want to see more. I feel like we don't see too much of Claudio in terms of in the ring with ROH, because he seems to be really busy with the whole BCC thing. And it's not that a champion has to be on the show every week, but it just seems like the damn title is almost vacant at this point. And every so often they're doing that with the champions, except for with Athena. We do see Athena damn near almost every single week since they revived ROH. So I just wish we could have seen much more of these champions. If certain champions are too busy to be part of the show, then, you know, give the title to somebody else. All right, y'all. New Japan World TV title on the line. So we do have Saber Jr. versus Christopher Daniels. Now, the title's on the line, and it's a 15-minute time limit. And usually, whenever Saber Jr. is in the ring, I'm in love. So I already knew that basically the title's not going to change hands, but I knew we'd get a great match out of Christopher Daniels, and boy, we really got a great match. Now, a few minutes into this match, we do have Zach. He realized that Christopher's weakness is his arm. I believe it was the left arm. I can't really remember, but he's just focused on that, and he's dominating Christopher for quite some time before Christopher Daniel realized that Zack Sabre Jr.'s weakness is his damn freaking neck, and he ends up working on that as well. And he even does a Koji clutch, which I haven't seen in such a while. So I was really surprised to see him hit that move, and I was actually nervous for Zach at that point, and I was like, you know what, he might just tap out from this, but he ends up countering out of that, and he does end up taking the win. Now, I'm not surprised about that at all. It was a really great physical match between the two of them, and I love that Christopher Daniels, time and time again, he gets in the ring and he's helping these younger talent look great, even though it seems like he's on a losing streak, which he is, but he is there to help professional wrestling, and I absolutely enjoy that. And then he also had these really great matches, so even though he's taking a loss, it's still a win for Christopher Daniels because he is contributing to pro wrestling in a really positive way. So I definitely recommend checking this match out, and I am so disappointed that Zack Sabre Jr. is not on the All In card. Months ago, I kept saying, oh, Zack is going to be on there for sure, for sure. And unfortunately, he's not. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I'll be back with Rampage.